Hello, my name is James and I'm a board game guru here at Bastard Cafe. In this video, I'm going to be recommending you one of the games from our shelves. This week, I'll be recommending you Welcome To. Welcome To is a game that sees you taking on the role of an architect in 1950s America. You're trying to build the most fantastic looking estates in the hope of winning the Best Architect award. The only problem is that your friends are also trying to do the same. Let me show you how it plays. So how do you set up the game? Well, each player will take a pen and a player sheet, and they will also take a player aid. Players will then shuffle and randomly choose 3 city plans and lay them here. They will also shuffle the construction cards and split them into 3 separate decks of 27 cards, and then flipping over the top card and placing it next to the deck. So how do players win the game? Well, the architects will gradually develop their 3 streets by building houses, identified by their numbers. Houses will be grouped into housing estates, but only fully completed ones count towards the end of the game. Parks and pools help to improve the neighbourhood. Architects can also improve the quality of their constructions in order to promote their estate's value. And they may also hire local recruitment companies to get in the mayor's good books. And hopefully, players will also complete the 3 city plans. So, how do you go about playing the game? Well, the first thing players should do is they should name their town. So you can write that in the corner, and you name your town. Next, players will draw the top card from each deck and place it next to the next to the deck. That'll give each one a number and an associated ability. Players then will choose one of the 3 numbers to write onto their sheet, being careful that they bear in mind that they need to write the numbers in ascending order from left to right, and that you cannot have duplicate numbers on the same street. So this player will write 5 here, and that means that they can do an action. And the action is build a fence, which is the white symbol, and they may draw a fence in. You draw fences to make different sized estates. The different sized estates allow you to claim the various city plan cards at the top, which I'll explain later on. Players may also get the benefit of increasing an estate's value. So when purple cards come up, they may cross off the investment down here, and this allows you to increase the value of estates of different sizes. So if you're building lots of estates sized, around 3 houses, you may want to cross off here to increase their value. Players may also put a swimming pool in. So on some of the sheets, on some of the houses on the sheet, they have pools at the top. When you have a number with a pool, you can write the number in, and then circle the pool here, and cross off the pool icon. Once all players have taken their turn, next player will flip over the next cards. So, the other things that you can do on your turn is you may put in a forest or a green area. So you can write the number and then cross off at the top of each street one of the icons for building green spaces. Or perhaps you want to get into the mayor's good books and you're going to use the orange symbol down here to hire some local labour. Well, that means at the end of the game is the player who hires the most local labour will get more points. Play continues like this with drawing and flipping cards over, each player writing down 1 number at a time. Play continues until either the streets are full, either you've been unable to place a house 3 times, which you will mark on the side of your sheet just over here, or when someone completes the 3 city objectives. So some of the more exceptional rules are Welcome To also are the bis action, which is the red bis. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to duplicate any number with a house to the left or to the right. So you could write in 4 here, and then you may write in 4 bis next to it, which allows you to fill up your street a bit quicker, but will score you negative points. the other thing players may do on their turn is to claim a city plan. So for this city plan, a player would need to have an estate, 2 estates of size, a player would need 3 estates of size 3. And if they were the first player to claim it, they would get 8 points. This would get flipped over. They would write it down here. Now they can't claim that again, but if another player goes to claim it, they may write down the 4 points in their part there. If a player is unable to write a number on their turn, they have to mark here. And once the first player to be unable to write 3 numbers will end the game. And then you tally up your points to find out who is the best architect. And that is welcome to. As I like to do on these videos, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I'm recommending you this game. The first reason is that the game can be played by an unlimited number of players, and we do mean unlimited. As long as every player is able to see the cards that are in play and has a sheet that they can write on, then any number of players can play. Actually, if you have an Android phone, you can even download the Welcome To app that allows you to fill in the sheet digitally. So in the box, there'll be 8 pieces, 8 player sheets and 8 pens, which you can use. But if you need more players than that, then you can download the app, which is quite useful for large groups. We also like that the game has this built-in tension of choosing numbers, which at the beginning of the game is very easy. You're writing a number down and you have lots of space to write them. But every time you write a number down, that space is then reserved from that point going forward. So as you get towards the end of the game, you suddenly have this position where you need to write numbers and you can't because of something that you've done yourself. And it's super annoying when you're like, I can't write this number, and your friends are all scribbling their numbers into their sheets because they've done something differently to you. That's very annoying. Also like that this game has a level of strategy to it. It's a little bit more going on than when you first look at it. You might think, it's just drawing cards, flipping cards, writing numbers. But actually, as you go through the game, you have to decide whether to go for long-term goals of going for certain houses of certain sizes, or building pools or green spaces, or maybe you just want lots of small estates and you try and get the city plans. It's got some interesting sort of strategies there. And just another reason, because I really like this game, another reason is quite like that it's got a nice kind of tempo to the game. The game is not too stressful, it doesn't take up doesn't prioritize you, make you prioritize the game. It's quite I don't want to use the word relaxing, but it's a game that you can play while you're having a drink and talking with some friends, and so long as everyone's kind of paying attention, you can just play the game at a nice pace. So it's quite nice. But yeah, that is Welcome To, a game that we definitely do recommend. It's available on shelf 31.4, and yeah, feel free to play it. If you have any questions, ask one of our friendly gurus. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to click the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you for another video in the future. Thanks for watching.